You're fired. Right now. In front of everyone. Mr. Kane's voice cuts through the music like a knife. Balloons hang from the ceiling. A huge Happy Birthday Lucas banner shines on the wall. Rich kids laugh, phones recording everything. Grace, the maid, stands frozen with a tray in her shaking hands. Her simple dress is stained with orange juice. Her eyes fill with tears as everyone stares. Mr. Kane points at her. Get out of my house. I don't want poor, useless people like you near my son's party. Guests whisper. Some smirk. Someone records on their phone. Just then, little Lucas, the birthday boy, starts coughing. At first it looks normal. Then his face changes. He holds his chest. Dad. I can't breathe. Music stops. Screams. And the one person who knows exactly what to do has just been thrown out of the house. If you were in Grace's place, what would you do? Morning. The sun shines on a giant glass mansion at the top of a hill. Expensive cars sparkle in the driveway. Inside, Grace is on her knees, scrubbing the floor. Her hands are red. Her back hurts. But she keeps going. She looks at the huge clock on the wall and whispers to herself. Just a few more hours, Grace. You need this job. Eli's school fee, rent, everything. Grace is a single mom. Her son, Eli, is 8 years old. She left him with a neighbor so she could come early and prepare for the party. The door opens. Mr. Kane walks in. He is tall in a perfect suit, holding a phone to his ear. Yes, close the deal by tonight, he says loudly. My son's party will be all over social media. Big clients are coming. I can't have any mistakes today. He ends the call and looks at Grace. Grace, why are the balloons still on the floor? Why aren't the tables set? Do you want to ruin my son's party? Grace quickly stands up. I'm sorry, sir. I started the decorations at 6 in the morning. I'm almost done with the living room. I'll finish the garden next. Mr. Kane rolls his eyes. Excuses. Poor people always have excuses. Grace bites her lip. Her eyes drop to the floor. Inside, she thinks, I started before sunrise. I didn't even eat breakfast, but I can't talk back. I need this job. Mrs. Kane comes down the stairs in a designer dress. She looks at the cake samples on the table and frowns. What is this? She snaps. I told you I wanted a gold theme. Why are the napkins white? Grace, can't you follow simple instructions? Grace swallows. I asked the supplier, ma'am. They said the gold napkins were out of stock. I used the best quality white ones instead. Do I pay you to think? Mrs. Kane interrupts sharply. I pay you to obey. Grace's cheeks burn. I'm sorry, ma'am. I just wanted everything to look nice. Mr. Kane walks closer, his voice cold. One more mistake, Grace, he says slowly. Just one. And you're finished. Do you understand? Grace nods, her hands shaking. Yes, sir. He steps closer, almost whispering in her ear. People like you are lucky to even stand in this house. He walks away, talking on his phone again. Grace turns back to her work. A small tear falls on the floor she just cleaned. I can't lose this job, she tells herself. Eli depends on me. Outside, a big sign is being set up. Lucas Kane, birthday bash of the year. Inside this same house, one woman is just trying to survive the day. Cliffhanger. As Grace lights the candles on the trial cake, her phone buzzes. It's a message from Eli's school. Final notice. If the fee is not paid by tomorrow, Eli will be removed from class. Grace stares at the message with trembling hands. And Mr. Kane's voice echoes in her head. One more mistake, and you're finished. The party begins. Music. Laughter. Kids running around, holding expensive gifts. Servers move in perfect lines with trays of food. Grace stands near the cake table, checking everything again and again. She fixes a crooked balloon. Wipes a small stain from the table. Forces a small smile. A little girl in a fancy dress bumps into her on purpose. Watch it, Maid, the girl says, rolling her eyes. Don't touch my dress. It's more expensive than your whole life. Her friends laugh. Grace steps back. I'm sorry, Beta, she says softly. They walk away, whispering and giggling. In the corner, Lucas, the birthday boy, watches quietly. He actually likes Grace. She always makes him hot chocolate when his parents are busy. She listens to him when no one else does. He walks over. Grace, he says shyly, the cake looks really nice. Grace smiles, her heart softening. Thank you, Lucas. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best day. He nods, then leans closer. Did you eat anything? She shakes her head. Not yet. I have a lot to do first. Dad shouldn't talk to you like that, Lucas whispers. You're kind. Grace's eyes shine. Thank you. That means a lot. Just then, Mr. Kane's loud voice cuts through. Everyone, come to the main hall. We're going to cut the cake soon. Grace rushes to bring the juice for the guests. As she walks by, one of the rich boys sticks his foot out. Grace doesn't see it. She trips. The tray flies out of her hands. Juice spills on the marble floor, and splashes on Mrs. Kane's dress. The whole room gasps. The music stops for a second. Mrs. Kane looks down at her dress in shock. Are you serious? She screams. This dress cost more than your entire year of salary. Grace immediately falls to her knees. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Someone put their foot out. I didn't see. Mr. Kane storms towards her, his face red with anger. I warned you, didn't I? He shouts. I gave you a clear warning. Grace's hands shake. Sir, please. It was an accident. Let me clean it. Please don't. He doesn't let her finish. In front of my guests? He yells. You embarrass my family in front of everyone? Look at you. You can't even carry a tray properly. Guests start whispering. One woman mutters, some people just don't belong here. Another man pulls out his phone and starts recording. Grace feels small, like the ground will open and swallow her. Sir, I really need this job, she whispers, voice breaking. My son, his school. Enough. Mr. Kane shouts. I don't care about your life story. He points at the door. You're fired. Right now. Get out of my house. Grace feels her heart stop. Please, she begs. At least let me finish today. I will work with no extra pay. Mr. Kane grabs an envelope from the table. He pulls out some cash and throws it at her feet. Here. Take this. That's all you deserve. The notes scatter around her on the floor. Grace looks at the money. Then up at all the faces watching. Some bored. Some entertained. Her eyes fill with tears. Her throat feels tight. Slowly, with shaking hands, she picks up the money. She does not argue. She does not shout. She just stands. I'm sorry, sir, she whispers one last time. She turns and starts walking to the door. Behind her, she hears laughter. Not from everyone, but from enough people to make her heart hurt. As she reaches the door, she stops for a second. She looks back at Lucas. Their eyes meet. He looks scared. Guilty. Grace, he whispers, but no sound leaves his mouth. Grace gives him a sad, tiny smile, and steps out. The door closes behind her. Inside, Mr. Kane claps his hands. Okay, he says loudly. Party goes on. Don't worry, everyone. I'll get someone better. Music starts again. But Lucas's smile is gone. His chest feels heavy. He coughs once. His friend whispers, Are you okay? Lucas nods slowly. But his breathing is getting tighter. As the candles are lit and everyone sings, Happy Birthday, Lucas suddenly clutches his chest. His breathing turns sharp. His eyes go wide. Dad, I can't breathe. And the whole room falls into panic. Lucas is gasping now. His face turns pale. His little hands claw at his chest. Someone get his inhaler. Mrs. Kane screams. Where is his inhaler? Mr. Kane looks around wildly. It should be in his bag. He shouts. Check his room. A maid runs upstairs. The guests move aside, terrified. Lucas's breathing grows worse. Children begin to cry. Someone shouts, Call an ambulance. Mr. Kane kneels beside his son, panic in his eyes. Lucas, breathe, son. Please. Just breathe. Lucas looks at him with fear. Dad, he gasps. It hurts. Mr. Kane's hands are shaking now. His face is nothing like the powerful, arrogant boss from before. He looks small. Helpless. Where is that inhaler? He yells at the staff. Can't any of you do anything? One of the servants whispers. Sir. Grace usually keeps his backup inhaler. She always remembers where it is. She knows all his medicines. Mr. Kane freezes. Grace. The woman he just threw out like trash. The woman he just fired in front of everyone. His breathing becomes heavy now too. But from fear. At that very moment. The front door opens slowly. Grace steps in. She holds her old, faded scarf in her hand. She had forgotten it in the kitchen and came back quietly to take it. She sees the scene. Lucas on the floor. Crying. Struggling to breathe. Mr. Kane yelling. Mrs. Kane crying. Guests filming. Panic. Grace drops the scarf and runs. Move. She shouts, her voice suddenly strong. Move aside. Everyone parts. She kneels next to Lucas. Her hands are calm now, even though her heart is racing. Lucas, look at me, she says gently. Slow breaths. In and out. You're okay. I'm here. Lucas's frightened eyes focus on her. Gee, Grace, he gasps. She turns to the nearest maid. The blue backpack. In the kitchen cupboard, top shelf. His backup inhaler is there. I put it there myself. Hurry. The maid runs. Mr. Kane stares at Grace in shock. You came back? He stammers. Grace doesn't look at him. I didn't come back for you, sir, she says quietly. I came for my scarf. And God brought me to him. Her voice cracks on the last word. Within seconds, the maid returns with the inhaler. Grace takes it with steady hands. Okay, Lucas, she whispers. You know what to do. Breathe in. She helps him use it. 1 breath. 2 breaths. 3. Slowly, his breathing starts to calm. The color begins to return to his face. The whole room watches in silence. Mr. Kane's eyes fill with tears. Lucas. He whispers. You okay, son? Lucas nods weakly. I'm better, he says softly. Thanks to Grace. Grace smiles, tears in her own eyes now. Children stop crying. Someone claps, quietly. Others join in. In the corner, a stylish woman in a business suit watches everything. This is Mrs. Hart, a big client, the one Mr. Kane was trying to impress. She steps forward. So, she says loudly, this is how you treat the people who save your son's life? Everyone turns to her. She holds up her phone. On the screen, there is a video. It shows Mr. Kane yelling at Grace, calling her useless, throwing money at her feet, firing her in front of everyone. I recorded it, Mrs. Hart says calmly. I was going to delete it. But now I think the world should see who you really are. Mr. Kane's face turns white. Mrs. Hart, please, he says quickly. This is a misunderstanding. No, she cuts in sharply. It's very clear. You humiliate a single mother in front of your guests. You treat poor people like dirt. And yet, when your own son is in danger, she is the one who saves him. She looks at Grace with respect. Grace, do you work here full-time? Mrs. Hart asks. Grace wipes her eyes, confused. I used to, ma'am. But I was just fired. Not anymore, Mrs. Hart says. I have a big house. I need someone exactly like you. Someone responsible. Someone kind. I will pay you double. And I will help with your son's school too if you agree. The room gasps again. Grace covers her mouth with her hand. Tears spill over. Ma'am. I don't know what to say. Say yes, Lucas says weakly from the floor, with a small smile. Grace laughs through her tears. Yes, she whispers. Thank you. Mrs. Hart nods, then turns to Mr. Kane. As for you, she says coldly, our deal is cancelled. I don't work with people who have money, but no heart. She walks away. Mr. Kane's shoulders drop. In one moment, he loses a huge business deal, and his perfect image in front of his guests. Karma. In his own living room. At his own son's party. He turns slowly to Grace. All the pride in his eyes is gone. He steps closer, his voice soft and broken. Grace, he says, I am so sorry. I was cruel. I disrespected you. I treated you like you were nothing. But today, you saved my son's life. He looks down at the floor, ashamed. I don't deserve your forgiveness, he whispers. But I'm asking, will you forgive me? Grace looks at him for a long moment. She remembers everything. The insults. The money thrown at her. The laughter. Her hands tremble. I forgive you, she says softly. Not for you. For me. I don't want to carry this pain forever. He nods, tears in his eyes. Thank you, he whispers. She adds quietly. But I will not work for you again. I need a place where I am treated like a human, not a tool. He nods again, accepting it. Lucas reaches for Grace's hand. Will you still visit sometimes? He asks. Maybe for hot chocolate? Grace smiles warmly. Of course, she says. I'll always care about you. She stands up, picks up her faded scarf. This time, her back is straight. Her steps are steady. She walks out of the mansion, not as a fired maid, but as a woman who has finally been seen. Mr. Kane stands in the middle of the party, surrounded by guests, yet feeling completely alone, with the sound of his own words echoing in his mind. People like you are lucky to even stand in this house. Now he knows the truth. He was the one who was lucky to have someone like Grace. Sometimes the people we look down on are the ones holding us when we fall. Never insult someone just because they are poor. Money can buy a party, but it cannot buy a pure heart. Have you ever seen someone treat workers badly like this in real life? If you were there at that party, whose side would you stand on?